everybody.
Jeff and Steph's excellent
A&W.
Yeah, A&W in Lodi,
Adventure.
California adventure.
Now it's nice to be kind of down in the southerly part of the
Yes.
country again, where it's a little bit warmer. Hey, Steph?
Yeah, we left Oregon just as bad weather was coming, and we got down into California here in Lodi, and the weather has been lovely and 70s, and we're in our element again for sure.
Can I tell you something, Stephanie?
Yes.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It is Halloween today. Happy Halloween, everyone, even though you won't see this till later. But we hope you had a nice one. And we are standing right in front of A&W here in Lodi.
Now, nothing is more Americana
Yeah, for sure.
than A&W.
Mm-hmm.
Did you frequent them as a young
I don't
child?
know,
or-
but we bought a lot of A&W root beer because we were
Same.
big on the A&W floats at our house.
Same. And this was the first fast food restaurant franchise.
Yeah, did
in
you
America.
guys know that? The first one. People think, I think they think McDonald's or something like that, but A&W was the first franchise restaurant.
And one of their claims to fame, besides the root beer, which we'll talk about,
Yeah.
is they have the first bacon double cheeseburger.
The very first one, you guys out there that love those bacon burgers, the A&W is credited with the very first one.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And in 1974,
Yeah.
there was more A&W restaurants in America than McDonald's.
Wow.
That's interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it?
We were researching this and we're like, wow, very cool, guys. So this all started here in Lodi, California back in 1919. It was a hot June day, and a gentleman had purchased a recipe from a pharmacist and for the root beer.
Because
For the
originally
recipe of
root beer was for medicinal purposes.
It was.
Like Coca-Cola.
Yes. And the gentleman's name was Roy Allen. And so he set up a stand here in Lodi on a corner of a street and sold frosty cold root beer in a frosted mug for 5 cents in 1919.
And in fact, when the troops were coming home and they were having a celebration for World War I, it was extremely popular, his stand. And
Yeah, it was. It was. They celebrated the troops and they had them in for root beers, and it was a really cool thing.
Did you also know that A&W Root Beer, every single restaurant makes their own root beer?
Oh, that's super
Yeah,
cool.
it's not like it just comes in big, containers
I
and they
didn't
dump
know
it.
that.
Yeah, they
That's
make their
awesome.
own at all the locations. Pretty interesting.
It is. So, Roy Allen in 1922, he gained a partner in the business, Mr. Wright, I can't recall his first name, and that hence the name A&W, Allen and Wright. And so the two of them were in business together from 1922.
Yeah. Here's another interesting fact, Stephanie, because I got a lot of
Yes.
facts. Now, I don't use any sources to find this stuff. It's
Oh,
all
brother.
it's all just common knowledge to me.
Good.
So anyway, during Prohibition, when alcohol was outlawed in America, and it was during the rise of speakeasies where you could go and
Yeah.
drink illegal alcohol, and they were basically making gin in bathtubs, and it was awful. During that time, root beer became the most popular drink in this country.
It was.
And did you also know, this is my last fact, and then that's it. I'm going to hand it
Okay.
over to you. A&W Root Beer, although there is some outlets in other parts of the world, not many, but it's the only place, America is the only place where we find root beer palatable. In
Yeah.
fact, the rest of the world thinks root beer, especially a root beer float, is disgusting.
Yeah, they don't like the taste of root
Don't
beer.
like it at all.
The original root beer recipe had sarsaparilla, anise, and licorice in it, which they do not use in root beer made today. I've tasted some originals that are a lot stronger than the kind you buy in the store or something, and they are really good, but most of the world does not like it and does not find it delectable by any means.
No. And we also went to the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas.
Yeah, that was really cool, guys. If you're down in Waco,
Yeah, it's
check
awesome.
out the Dr. Pepper Museum and all the nostalgic
But-
things there. It's cool.
But there also has kind of a root beer taste.
Yeah.
As kids were like, is it cola? Is it root beer? Is it cherry soda? What is it?
And these colas were all invented by pharmacists for
Yep.
medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
They were to make you feel better, heal you, etc. And so it's pretty neat that, today what we think of as a treat or a cold drink was used for medicinal purposes back in the day.
And some root beers actually had alcohol in them. And I'm pretty sure you can buy like a hard root beer now in a store, right?
I don't know.
I don't either, but I
If
think
you
that's
know,
a
let
thing.
us know in the comments, because
Yeah.
I'd be curious
Yeah.
to try it. I'm a big fan.
It's kind of like Coca-Cola originally had
Yeah.
cocaine in it. And apparently the only place you can still get that mixture is in Oregon. Boom. Yeah.
Let's go check out this A&W.
Now wait, are we going to get a root beer float today?
We'll see. You never know.
All right, let's see what happens.
They have these statues here in the A&W parking lot. It's the root beer family.
Now I'll get in there for scale, all
Yeah,
right?
the dad stands over 9 feet tall. The mom and older boy are 7 feet tall, and the baby sitting there is 4.5 feet tall. But you can come here and pose with these guys. They're super cute. Here we are going in the A&W. Doesn't this feel like something out of the past? Oh, this is Rudy, spelled R-O-O-T-Y, and he's the A&W mascot. Rudy is originally the Canadian mascot for A&W Root Beer, and the U.S. liked it so much that they adopted it as the mascot for here, too.
Heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds.
So they have a memorabilia wall in this location. They have all sorts of cool A&W stuff.
They actually made an A&W bike. And that's
Wow, A&W bike.
Yeah.
Look at all the glasses and mugs and toys. I think I had some of these glasses
think I
back
did
in the
too.
day.
Yeah.
They look really familiar. Here's a uniform worn by A&W workers from 1970. There's even some belt buckles down there. Cool. They also have lunch boxes and all sorts of mugs and cups up along the windowsills in here. So Jeff and I are trying to figure out what we need to have here at this A&W today.
See, made fresh in store.
Yeah,
Root
they
beer.
make it fresh right in house with real cane sugar. Here we got our A&W root beer floats, and Jeff got some onion rings. Look at those. Those look amazing.
Well, Stephanie,
Look at these.
Down
Don't
the
these
hatch.
look amazing? Oh,
looks
I'm
pretty
so
good for
excited.
11 a.m. in the morning.
Delish. Let's dig in.
Right on.
So we're standing under the Lodi, California arch into the town, and it was built in 1907 to commemorate the Tokay Carnival.
And it's been here basically untouched or unchanged.
It's cool. Yeah,
Since then.
it has the California bear symbol up on the top in gold. Neat.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Jeff and I didn't know this, but Lodi, California is a huge wine area,
Yeah.
a wine region here in California. And we've heard the name before, but we didn't associate it with wine. And all along the roads there are wineries and tasting rooms, and even here in town they have different wine tasting places. So downtown Lodi is really cute.
Yeah. You know, it has a slight vibe, just a slight vibe of Palm Beach, doesn't it? A little bit?
I don't know about that, but I just think it's cute. And they have like outdoor markets here during the week. They have a Lodi street fair there's signs up for. There's shops, coffee houses, wineries. So we'll
Beautiful
just give you
tree-lined streets.
yeah, really cute. We're gonna give you a spin in official Jeff and Steph fashion,
Right.
so you can see this downtown area.
It's very cool.
Yeah, really cute.
Well, Stephanie, we have found the spot
Yes.
that 103 years ago today. This is the spot where they first started selling A&W Root Beer.
Yeah. Boop.
Right here.
Right here where Roy Allen stood, and he opened his first stand to sell root beer to the people of Lodi.
Now, it's very cool.
1919! That's a long time ago!
It's very interesting because historically, it's a little over 100 years ago, but if you
Yeah.
can picture, the Lodi Arch was already there, okay, because that was 1907. And the troops would have come marching down here from
I'll show you where the arch is.
World War I.
Come with me, Jeff.
Okay.
Arch is right there.
Yeah. So the troops would have been marching through here, and it would have been like a ticker tape parade, and you know there would have been vendors and everything. And on this very spot, one of the most famous drinks in America was served.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
It's very cool. And they do have a historical plaque here commemorating it, so we'll show you that.
So, right up here on the third floor is where the original owner of A&W lived.
Yes, Roy Allen's apartment was
Lived
right
up
up here on the third floor. We talked to a shop owner here who explained it to us.
And his little, it wasn't an A&W, but it's where he tinkered around with the recipes.
Yeah, his shop,
To get the
his root
the
beer
taste
shop
he
was right
looking
there.
for.
Yeah.
So he made it there, and he walked out on the sidewalk right there. And well, Stephanie, we've had a pretty good time here exploring Lodi,
Yes.
California,
for sure.
and visiting A&W.
Yeah, we learned a lot of history here from locals around town and people that know about A&W, and it's been really interesting.
Now, this might not be interesting to a lot of people, but we like roadside oddities, and you know, think like Route 66 and
Sure.
old Americana. and
Nostalgic
Nostalgia.
things,
Every time we see an
yeah.
old sign or an old motel, hotel with a flashing arrow or whatever, we're like, look at that, look at
Yeah,
that.
look how cool that old building
We're
is.
really into that stuff, thus this video. So A&W might not be for everybody, but we had fun doing this video.
Yeah, it's a really neat attraction here in town. We did find it on our Roadside America app that we use to find oddities in the country. And it's a really cool app because it has maps and descriptions and photos people have put, but it also lets you click off the ones you've been to. And then it's fun to look back and see all the oddities you've done in each state.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Lorraine and Brian, we found your town.
Yes, our friends lived in this town for a good decade, and we told them we were going to explore it. So
They don't really
here we
talk
are.
it up much, but it's a cool town.
Yeah, it's
you
really
know?
cute.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, this is a pretty cool town.
For sure.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Jeff and Steph's excellent
Root Beer Adventure.
Root Beer Adventure. Take care and safe travels, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.